hoping that they did. I'm pretty sure they got those. Yeah, thank you. We're doing a reading from Incentives for Right Living. I like this book. Yeah, so we were just listening to that. Of course, we know what causes vaccine injury. We know what makes people more predisposed. We've been learning all about that for years and years in the, what do they call that, damage to the prefrontal cortex early on, what causes those things, the blood-brain barrier, what can make it more holy than others, thinner. Hypersensitivity is good to learn about those kind of things as well. What makes people more sensitive to the frequencies, Kenna? For sure, and understanding those things and how some people don't understand those things and put a lot of scary beliefs to it. And that's scary to us when you're around people like that. Yeah, and then when they try to put those projections upon you and try to medicate you because you don't believe their childish bullshit, it's fucking scary, man. Our children are being fucked and tortured by punks. They're so vaccine injured, it's insane. They can't talk and tell you. They were vaccine injured in 2013. It's too late for them. These people usually get abused and tortured till they die. They scream from silent boxes. They kill themselves. They wind up in mental hospitals and jail. They kill other people and themselves. It's horrible. Yeah, so we've been trying to tell people that, and they make foreign hoax channels with the child pornography and animal abuse, and then they fool people. Activist groups, the island activity. Look at all the good people on those lists not doing anything bad. There's a lot of people and names on those lists that people want to shame. You're on a list. You visited an island. It's like the mansion, right? Nobody wants to look at what's going on at the back of the mansion. And the abuse we've been telling you about with our children. Not our children, I'm sorry. Well, biologically, yes, those are the facts, but no, I guess, yeah, no, we don't deserve that title. No, we don't even deserve to be breathing this air. I know. We should rid the world of ourselves, shouldn't we? It's horrible. We're such evil people. Hopefully people help the kids soon. No two stars shine with the same brilliancy. I love this book. This is page 112 in Some Incentives to Right Living. What the Flower Teaches is the name of this chapter. This was written in, what is the year on this book? Oh, 1909. I most lovingly dedicate this book to the memory of my mother, Catherine McGavrick, whose saintly life has a bright light, showing forth the beauty and worth of the good deeds and the blessings of noble living. The author. No two stars shine with the same brilliancy. Each has its own wealth of light. So shall our joy in heaven be in exact proportion to our wealth of good deeds or our treasures of merit accumulated in this life. The idea is illustrated by the parable of the talents. The servants who made good use of the talents given them were commended and placed over important charges, whereas the one who buried his talent and made no use of it, but carried it back just as he had received it, was rebuked and punished. Our lives are like talents entrusted to us, and we must make the best possible use of them, developing the good that is in them and suppressing the evil, drawing out in them the divine, the godlike, and thereby fitting them for habitation in the heavenly court. In exact proportion as we do that, shall our heavenly life be glorious. We rejoice at the blooming of a flower. We watch it and wait for it. Suddenly, some morning, when we go to it, we find, to our great surprise and joy, that its petals are burst forth. Its face is radiant with beauty, and its sweetness is in the air around. We are glad, we rejoice, but when a good life blooms into everlasting life, we grieve. Why is that? How is that? It is because we do not realize what death is. We take it to be utter extinction, but it is not. It is transformation and not extinction. It is rising up to something fairer and better, not sinking back into nothingness. It is not the folding of wings forever, but their spreading out into a purer air beneath a wide and brighter sky. The flower is not uprooted in its blooming, neither in human life destroyed in death. Neither is human life destroyed in death. It goes through the dark gate to emerge into larger life. Truly can the good man say, O grave, where is thy victory? O death, where is thy sting? Faith and hope and a wealth of good living rob the grave of victory and take the sting from death. If we could see death in this light, we would not grieve at the death of the good, but would rather rejoice. The church inculcates, inculcates, that one on the crossword, inculcates. The church inculcates this view of death. The burial service of infants who die with their baptismal innocence unnourished is a song of gladness. Untarnished. The burial service of infants who die with their baptismal innocence untarnished is a song of gladness. The priest puts on white robes, and the words of the ritual are those of rejoicing. In like manner, the Church does not celebrate the birthday of the saints, but the day of their death. That is the most important day in their lives, the happy, blessed day when they came into possession of heavenly life. The Church does not celebrate their birth in the natural life, but she celebrates their birth into the supernatural or heavenly life. In the eyes of the Church, therefore, death is not the cold, dark shadow of evening, but the bright, happy glow of morning, the herald of a new and eternal day. Let not the spirit be destroyed, or thy heart be sad if death takes away a good life that has become entwined in thine. Death is not so cruel as we would make it. Death is not a dark but a bright angel. He comes with the light of heaven on his face. To the good and true he comes with a glad message. He comes to call us to everlasting life. Happy shall we be if when the call comes we are ready. Why should we fear the beautiful angel Death, who waits us at the portal of the skies, ready to kiss away the struggling breath, ready with gentle hands to close our eyes? Thine eyes are blinded, or they would see the treasures that wait thee in the far-off skies, and death, thy friend, will give them all to see, will give them all to thee. It is the duty of all to strive to make the very best of this present life, to enrich it with all possible strength and power and goodness, and to make it such as will not only satisfy God, but will please and delight him. It is God's will that our lives should approach as nearly to his own as human limitations will permit. For that reason, he made us in his image and placed in us the duty to draw the image out into brighter and clearer outlines. All experiences of life help toward that end, if we but utilize them properly. All life is a school, and we are pupils studying God's truth, training ourselves in God's way, drawing out and beautifying and perfecting ourselves according to the rules of conduct He has laid down for us, and according to the example He has set before us in the person of His divine Son. Life is not a struggle, therefore, for anything temporal or material, but is rather like a course of schooling or a possession of training under God's guidance to fit us for everlasting life.